This is the biggest retirement savings mistake you could ever make. And you are probably making this mistake. And I want you to hold on to the end because I'm going to show you why this mistake could wreck your retirement savings and force you to work longer than you want to get to retirement. Hey, my name is Drew Blackstone. I'm a certified retirement counselor, investment advisor representative, and I'm your virtual financial advisor, helping you get to retirement, helping you get through retirement, and protecting your ability to stay in retirement. We're talking about getting to retirement today because a recent survey from Morgan Stanley says that 61% of individuals are either lowering or stopping their contribution to their retirement savings. And out of that 61%, 31% are actually decreasing or stopping altogether their contribution to their 401k. Let me tell you something, this is not what you want to be doing. No matter where the stock market is at, no matter what the economy is doing, you do not want to stop saving for retirement. And I'm going to show you why here in just a second. So make sure you hold on. Now, obviously, there are extenuating circumstances. I don't want you living day to day eating rice and beans. If you need that money to live, you do that. You need to clothe your children, you do that. But if it's the economy, if it's the stock market, if it's existential factors that are causing you to not want to put money into your 401k or into your retirement savings, you need to stop doing that. Because as you're working, as you have time on your side, these are the best times to be contributing to your 401k and your IRA and your Roth IRA and saving for retirement. Doesn't matter how long you have to work. You need to adjust your investment cycle or your investment funds based on where you're at in the cycle, but you don't need to stop saving for retirement. And I'm going to show you right now why. All right, let me talk about how much you need to save for retirement and why it's important for you to continually contribute to your retirement savings, whether that's a 401k, an IRA, a Roth IRA, a taxable brokerage account. You need to be saving for retirement, especially if you have years left to work. Now, if you're 55 and you're thinking about retiring in the next few months, maybe saving for retirement's different for you. But if you're in your 40s, 50s, 30s, and you're thinking about retiring early or retiring at any time, you need to continue to contribute and save for retirement, no matter what the stock market and the economy is doing. So let me show you why. So we've got three different scenarios here. And the 15, the 10, and the 5% that you see at the top, that is our contribution. So we're going to contribute 15%, we're going to contribute 10%, and we're going to contribute 5%. And we're going to assume that this individual has $50,000 saved for retirement. And we're going to say this individual is 30 years old. So we're going to save from 30 to 60. So for 30 years, and I'm going to show you the difference in the values contributing 5, 10, and 15% and why it's so important to be consistent in your retirement savings and in your contributions. So we're going to go to 60. Now we're going to make some assumptions. The first assumption we're going to make is we're going to use the average annual income for a 30-year-old today, which is about $55,000. So we're going to use the contributions based off of that income value. So for 15%, 10%, and 5%, we're going to contribute $7,500 annually, okay, or monthly, however you want to break it down, for 30 years. Our income's not going to change, so it's going to be the same income for 30 years. But we're going to contribute $7,500 every year consistently. On the 10%, that's $5,000. And on the 5%, it's $2,500. And we're going to do this every year for 30 years. Now, our rate of return, the money in the market, is going to earn 6%. So we're going to assume a 6% rate of return over the long term. Now, the reason I'm doing 6% is because the stock market has averaged 8% since the 1950s. It's averaged about 10% if you go back farther than that to like the 1880s, 1890s. But I'm going to go 6%. I'm going to be super conservative on our growth. Obviously at 30, you're trying to grow your money as much as possible. You want to invest in good, passive S&P 500 index funds offered by Vanguard, Fidelity, Charles Schwab, whoever. If it's in your 401k, that's in there as well. So you want to be trying to grow this money as much as possible. As you get closer to 60, as you get closer to that quitting time, then you have to rebalance into a little bit being more conservative, which is why we're going to do 6% instead of saying we're going to get 8 and 9% for the next 30 years. So here's what we've got. 15%, 10%, and a 5% contribution over 30 years. Let's start at the 5%. Let's start at the low end. On the 5% contribution for 30 years, you would have $484,000 at the end of 30 years. So you're starting with $50,000 in retirement savings. You contribute $2,500 every year for 30 years. You have $484,000. Is that enough to retire at 60? Probably not, right? Probably not. Now, on the 10% level, you have $682,000. So $5,000 every year for 30 years, $682,000. And at 15% for 30 years, you have $880,000. So it's almost a $200,000 difference in all three of these. Now, I didn't take into account any kind of company contributions or company matches to this or spouses. So if you have a spouse and you're doing the exact same thing, you can double this money. But what I want to show you really with the math of all this is how important it is to just continually do this. 15% is the rule of thumb. It's how much you want to save on your gross income. So if you make $100,000 a year, you want to save $15,000 every year. That's above and beyond before you pay taxes, before you do anything. You want to save 15% of your gross income. That's what's going to help you get to retirement, get through retirement, and protect your ability to stay in retirement. Okay? So I hope this has helped. I hope this has instilled in you a confidence to continue contributing, continue saving for retirement. Have a great rest of your day. God bless. Bye-bye.